Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. It is time for some weekend training with Blake from 5+5. We have a nice field of Kasparovian 13 players. 13 was Kasparov's lucky number. The 13th world champion. He was born on April 13th. He himself will talk about many other 13s that were faithful in his destiny, in achieving his destiny. I believe he said something about the 13th game of a match. I'm not entirely positive if it was the 1985 match. We could probably look that up. In fact, we probably should, before I continue saying anything about it. We have Cuckoo Clue in the board one with, in first place with the win against RT Lucas. Taking the opportunity to play today is one of the best things that you can do. You should definitely sign up for the dojo now. If you're not a member of the dojo, you may find the links right there. We have a new episode of the French Bishop Chesscast coming out. The French Bishop Chesscast links can be found here. The stream is sponsored by Chess Informant, the latest product of which, the most amazing informant yet, containing a selection of the most important games from the last 3 months. It comes out, the last 4 months. It comes out 3 times a year. Chess Informant 160. My favorite publisher from my youth till now. There are a lot of other great publishers out there, obviously, Quality Chess, etc. But I go with the original number one. Even Tigran Petrosian, world champion number 10, right before Spassky, called the new generation informant babies. Quite an accolade for the entire generation brought up after 1966. Let's watch Senior Yaps first. Yuva Rapid. Good morning, Itachi. How are you?
Said. Hello.
Where are you from, Itachi? How is the family?
Itachi. Said. How are you doing? Itachi.
I'm doing very
said,
okay. Looks like
I am from India.
Nice. What part? Northern or southern? My wife is from the part which does not like pepper spices, by the way. I love pepper spices, to be honest.
Itachi. Said. Southern.
Southern, I believe that is the pepper part. The curry side of the...
Itachi. Thanks for following. Itachi. Said. Yes, sir.
So the northern part is known for their curry spices in their food, which I absolutely love, of course, and that is what my wife favors. And the southern part is known for their chili peppers. I believe that A5 check is a pretty good move here, because the outside pass pawn is drawing the king far enough away. Itachi. Right now we're in the middle of a rapid training session. I will give the link as well. You can definitely join us on Lee Chess here. When we have a structured event like this going on, it's a little tricky. Play individuals, but the purpose of the Swiss system is that I play 7 or 8 individuals, assuming I don't get a full point buy. Rather than in an arena, you actually play only those people around you. So if you're not in the same score group or very close to, let's say, the streamer in an arena, there's a good chance that you will not be able to. I don't know why we didn't just play.
It is over here.
But it does look like a winning endgame for Senior Yaps. I'm not sure why Uvra Rapid is ducking in and out. Here's today's link. Not sure how this is going to save. Queenside pawns, because sooner or later rook to e3 has to happen. Might have played rook a5 for a moment. It looks like Senior Yaps is having some difficulty capturing on f3, and after rook captures a4 by white, white is going to get rook to a7 in. And after... yep. So let's just look at it here. Had he played rook e3, rook takes a4 check, king takes f3.
What is that?
Rook a7 wins the g7 pawn, and life could be very difficult to try to promote the h pawn.
It is over here.
So it looks as though we have to try to drive away the king, the white king, play rook f7. And by playing rook f7 or rook f6 check, only then will we be able to play king g3, rook takes f3, but rook to a7 is still going to win the g. While the power of the outside pass pawn is bothering Uvra to no end, but we can drive him away now, but what will it do? This is still a problem. This is a problem. Both the G pawns are going, and black will only be left with an H pawn, and that is going to be very difficult to queen due to the lack of space around the pawn with which to maneuver. Oh, there is a way to win. I forgot that the clock is on our side. We're on now, Krishna Chandra. We're on now, as of 8 minutes ago. 12 minutes ago to be official. Leach just picked up on us 8 minutes ago. Let's bring open this board. Bo and I have played twice before. Hopefully makes a college try of it. Hopefully Bo gives it a good, solid shot. White did not have to lose that. I'm sorry, black did not have to lose that last game. I do need coffee, so if my opponent does not show up, I may run for it. I may have to actually run for it. So in that particular instance, if I were Senior Yaps with being short of time, I may have, with the superior king position and the superior rook position, made about 12 really fast moves back and forth in order to ensure that we weren't going to run out of time. We can build up a time bank of at least a minute with 12 very fast moves. That's one realistic and optional strategy for... It looks as though Bo 367 has left the building. We don't need to be on this particular screen, though, to collect a win. Since we have 3 minutes left in our game, I'm going to run for coffee. I'm going to take this opportunity. Hang tight as we watch a game, Freddy versus Uvra Rapid. Neither player is really that well developed. Hopefully this game won't end very quickly. All right, we have quite a long stream here. Awesome, that's great. Thank you so much for joining the dojo. Itachi, good to have you. We do daily training Monday through Friday, much earlier than this. So for you in India, being 10.5 hours ahead of us, you will actually find your game improving, especially if you have the wherewithal to interact with me and or the other participants in analyzing your games. We are doing quite a bit of work on a number of things. I'm currently working my way through Secrets of Positional Sacrifice by Chess Informant. I may do a stream on that later. What is black waiting for in this particular position? There's no saving that pawn. Is he considering knight to b4? Attacking c2? Fair enough. But certainly the move bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, knight to d5 could also cause us some problems if c7 is not under control. Basically, but first, bishop takes, and if this king is on this square, this is no good because two targets will be available. So it seems logical right now that we either have to castle or we have to play rook to d8 straight away. But personally, I would probably just castle and give back the pawn. We have a one pawn advantage. In order to complete our development, I believe we have to just get there from here. So after bishop takes f6, rook to d7, knight to b4 counterattacks the pawn on c2. And here, I don't know how we can avoid the doubling of our pawns, honestly. We can't afford to lose any more time by defending the bishop. There's nowhere for the bishop to go. Bishop h4 is met by g3. Bishop to e7 is met by rook d7. That's not going to help us because now there's a fork and we're in trouble. Freddy has the better of us. You right? Let's see if I've won my game in the background or if I'm actually playing. I did win my game. My opponent did not show up. Let's check out another game while we're at it. Charles Numero Uno versus Ali Reza GM 1020. Ali Reza GM 1020 and I have had some amazing battles. The score is currently 32-38 in his favor by a hair. This reflects our difference in rating. It does seem as though this pawn is under a ferocious attack. It's attacked 3 times. Knight takes f5. Can it be ignored? No. We're going to have to play g takes f5. And then white can try to handle this. But the pin of the
Dragon
c
Burst
pawn to the pawn on c2
said,
is rather incredible.
Wow, Freddy is cooking.
Freddy is cooking, yes. If somebody wants to examine his games, I'm sure it's overdue. What is my record against Freddy? I am 3-0 against Freddy. I know he plays pretty well. These ratings are not real, by the way. None of the ratings that you see here are real. We are not numbers. I am not a number, said the Elephant Man in the William Hurt movie, which I think was an Oscar nominee. I don't know if it won the Oscar for Best Picture. But we are not numbers. This number is only an average of your strength, so he could be as strong as 1700 and loses a lot of games on time. If I look at my last game with him, take a quick peek. In my previous games with him, I gained no rating points. Across 3 games, I've gained 1 rating point. The Italian game, 2 knights defense, I played that as black. That was a great game. Let's just see how we managed to win. We were the black pieces. Freddy was white. I hit him with b5. Takes, queen e2, queen d5, attacking the sensitive weak point g2. And of course I wanted to attack this knight on e4, on g5, but
Dragon
my king
Burst
is in the center.
Said, oh yeah, I joined after a while to play again, so some rating donation might come.
Unlike many of the other streamers, I believe that one should only, I repeat, only, am I being threatened with mate? No, he's being threatened with mate. Ouch. And that was the end of that. So Freddy can be gotten, and he does like to play theory. Let's see my second game against him. Freddy was black, I was white, so I played a3. I took over the center and he tossed away some pieces. This may be perhaps a bad example of Freddy in the Walter Harris, which is a week ago. And then again in the rapid on Freddy was black. I hit him with the reti, and I broke down his queenside pawn structure. All the white squared weaknesses. Ouch. I think I had an even faster win here, to be honest. I might have had knight to d7, or knight to b5, or bishop to b7. I'm sorry, bishop to b2, threatening rook takes a7 and rook to a1. But needless to say, oh no, I remember that misclick. I was supposed to play knight to knight to f6. Couldn't decide how to go about winning this game. I did have a standard pawn promotion exercise here with f7 and f8. I feel very terrible about that. I do. Let's head back. Those are my 3 games against Freddy. Today, Freddy is on fire.
Dragon Burst said, "Wow, Freddy is going to win, I think."
We could do a poll for a prediction. Is Freddy going to win? Dragon Burst, good morning. You will also be receiving some donations, by the way, of Dragon Burst.
Dragon Burst said,
There's no reason to
I
think.
wait, he actually already won as I spoke.
We'll go back to Ali Reza versus Charles Numero Uno. Charles Numero Uno seems to have the better of this one. But there are some serious problems with the back rank. A lot of consolidating to do. We've got some consolidating to do. This doesn't look so winnable, actually, for Charles. Can we play c3, queen to d3, and then black wins? Oh, what happened here? Let's take a look at this game. It was a Najdorf with f4. So in this particular position, yeah, that seems very reasonable. Queen e2, I think queen f3, queen f2. Queen f3, let him try to put his bishop out here and then play queen f2 and gain time on the queen. Same thing happened. All this should be good. We are threatening the move e5 at any moment as well. So white has this nice slight advantage. g5, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. g5 straight away, knight to d5. Let's get these doggies rolling. This was a natural move that could lead to a natural disaster. Watch out for natural moves, as they may lead to natural disasters. You played g4 for a reason, sir. You also have h4, h5 in this position.
Dragon Burst.
What are you doing, sir?
Wow, very good quote.
Yeah, you can't just play a natural move without thinking. That is me. That is one of my common classroom observations, basically. Why are we moving our pieces backwards? Dudovich, I think we actually have to tuck our king away in this position. There is no reason to shirk from anybody. Just because this guy has a very weak 2200 rating, and then we play f5? What is going on here? We're supposed to be upsetting the apple cart for d5 here. Takes, 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 and then shove again if you can. Or even throw in bishop to f4. Black is actually threatening knight takes a2 in this position. So this move doesn't do anything to stop knight takes a2. Then knight takes c3. Now we have no knight that can go to the square. We have to play king to a2. Now we have no knight that can go to this square. It is quite incredible that black didn't take on c3. That was a very astute move on the opponent's part. a5 to a4. Not sure what is going on. No reason to take that bishop on e6. Absolutely no reason. Our bishop is worth far less than this bishop, so if he were to take, our knight is much stronger than any of black's pieces. But what can we do in the meantime? What can we do in the meantime? That is the question. This pawn is hanging at the end. Is there an attack on that side of the board? This seems to have given black a rather fortified position. So we do throw in this check, but is it necessary? We need h4, h5, h takes g6 more than likely, but I don't think we can stop this onslaught. We can wait for queen takes c4 to be able to play bishop d5 check, but he played it right away. And now we're opposing rooks when we have a terrible endgame and a very weak king. So here we are in this particular position. Let's see how white has managed to fare. Queen to c4. What? Queen to c4. Threaten the weakness. The b6 pawn. But this might work. And we have no more checks. So now we're facing mate in a couple. So we have another check. Oh, better yet, we simplify this way. Is he in Zugzwang? Wow, nice save, Charles. Nice save. I believe we can just put our bishop on f5 and our bishop on h3, but then no, we can't play bishop f5 because d3 gets through. After king takes, king, king, must move those very quickly, and then bishop e4 and the game is a draw. Nice save on that, Charles, even though I think you were doing very okay there. Insufficient drawing, insufficient material for the draw. So Alireza may get Freddy, and we'll have a true test of Freddy's playing ability. Looks like Charles Numero Uno is playing Eden Spring, and I am playing Yuvra Rapid. Ugh. Oh, I got Freddy. We're gonna go for it again. And his improvement is... So far, so good. This is deja vu all over again. What can we do? What can we do, folks? Is he really thinking about hanging on to his pawn while I am developed in all senses of the word? We have to definitely give him a tickle. Now we have one different move than before in this position. And we're about to go up a pawn. Are we up a pawn? We're not up a pawn. But we are threatening him the best we can. That much is true. That much is true. So now we have this check, that check, everywhere, check, check. King is not out of the woods yet. Where's his knight going? Knight to e5. Bishop takes. Rook takes a7. Bishop takes g2. Queen to b5 check. Queen to a4 check. All right, we'll take it. We'll see what he gets out of this deal. Yes, we are risking a lot. Bishop takes g2 is out of the question, by the way. Out of the question. We have queen e4 check. We have rook a8 check. We have king e2 and we have a protected passed pawn here. So, the bishop is still pinned. What is he threatening? I don't entirely know what he's threatening. One more vital unit of development. Possibly even knight to d4. Let's do it. Let's get one more attacker in on this mix. As much as I would have loved to have played queen to e4 check, it was not in the cards, folks. I wanted to really play the move queen to e4 check. Now, for something, completely inane. We just need to keep him from castling. This is still hanging, so we do have to keep that in mind. Queen check. Rook check. No, we don't have anything here, folks. We have nothing. We have nothing. Whoa. Do we attack him further? Or do we not? Told me once, but I forgot. I believe I just lost a pizza. No, I didn't lose a pizza. For some reason, I hallucinated that he had rook takes rook. I was still looking at this, and then he has queen takes e4. So that's no good. Yes. We want to counterattack him in any way, shape, or form that we may. So therefore, we need to threaten, and if he has bishop f8, what do we do? We need to be able to capture back. So bishop f8, knight to c3. This pawn is guarded. We have f3. Takes. Rook takes a7. Alright, well, we don't have a choice. We have to go the old-fashioned way. I was looking at all the possible ways of trying to checkmate him, but we will take the original option of capturing, and capturing. Let's look at all of our possibilities here. Check. 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 First, this move. Let's throw in a repetition here. Just a little bit of a repetition. Because we can. What? Let's make sure that we have something else here. Let's get this check in just because we want to be able to move to that square. He may hallucinate that he can guard his queen. Dubstep, where have you been all my life? And now we will sneak in from the rear. We have another check? Or another check? I think we have another check. Is there something worth looking at here? Here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Let's throw in a quick check. Just because we want him on a white square. First this check, then that check. And now, can we checkmate with a pawn? That is the question. Yes. We can checkmate with a pawn and collect another Rosen trophy. One more Rosen trophy, checkmating with a pawn. Adding purpose and value. He had e4 there to try to stop it. I would have had hard pressed to checkmate with a pawn in that particular instance. Already had a first round bye, so he really only won one game so far. And Euro Rapid is provisional with that question mark. Let's see Euro Rapid's previous 4 Rapid games. He's only played 8 games? No, 10 games. So Euro Rapid, I'm going to treat that like an I. The African Chess Lounge, Chess Genius Walla, and Kikui and friends. He could be Middle Eastern. I would say Morocco. I'll go with Morocco, Ethiopia. If anybody knows where Uruguay Rapid is from. Fifth World Rapid Swiss Final. Let's check out his tournament. He played 4 games. Uh-oh, did we lose it? We're about to lose our YouTube stream, I'm afraid. If we've lost our lead chess ability. If that is the case, then we are going to take a short intermission. And we will be right back. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, and now we're back. Community. Teams. Uh-oh. I have to make sure that I don't get paired while I'm taking this temporary time out.
Dragonverse said, "How did your game go, John?"
Oh, it was a very one-sided affair, unfortunately. He had a very weak king, as it turns out. Alright. I'm going to have to be right back. Yep, it looks like we have exceeded I'll be right back with part 2 of this stream in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. The stream is not ending. But we will welcome Itachi so that he gets his credit on the credits. And it's not ending. I need an ending temporarily